for her private clients, right? She had a lot of executives that she managed, and I used to drive them all over LA. So we've done business probably like 8 years, right? And then, so she's always crafty, she's always busy, she's always making money, she's super intelligent, she's like a go-getter, I know her, she's like all in. Sort of like a half Euro-American mix, because I think your family is from Poland, right?
Yes.
One parent's from Poland, the other one's from Germany.
Grew up in Germany, both Polish, but yeah, grew up in Germany.
And so she goes like, hey, Torsten, you know, I'm thinking of jumping on Uber. You know, I've got this cool, and her Mercedes-Benz is like fully pimped out, right? And she says, I'm thinking of getting on Uber and, you know, just working a bit. And I said, okay, I think, you know, the one thing I do know is she knows how to sell. Like, she's really good. So she's going to get great tips. I knew it right away. I knew it, right? She's going to make money. And then I said, Jojo, what you want to do is let me help you set up your own company, right? You've got the Mercedes-Benz. It's immaculate. You're good with people. You'll make so much money with private clients. So what did you do? You signed up, right?
I signed up. It's been almost a month.
Tomorrow's
gonna be a month.
A month.
And the first 2 weeks, I mean, I'm loving the job. I'm making money. I'm getting tips. People are friendly. Like, people complimenting my car. Everybody's just like seven heaven. Like, I'm on top of the freaking mountains. Like, I love it. So, I mean, I came to a conclusion I want to do it full time, because not only I got laid off from my actual job, I said I'm going to do this full time because I can actually make a great living, and I'm my own boss. Like, I logged out if I don't want to drive. I want to fly out somewhere. And actually also my life situation, because my dad, you know, is very sick. My dad has a stage 4 brain cancer. I knew I have to go to Poland. I knew that I have to hop on the plane. I know that everything's crazy expensive nowadays. So I said, I need to make smarter decisions in my life. So if I'm going to work, I'm going to work full time to make enough that allows me to pay for all my bills, and also, like, you know, go visit my family whenever I need to.
Yeah.
So I worked my ass off the first 2 weeks. Everything is great. I also applied for the guaranteed amount, right? The 34.
What did they offer you? Like what,
34.20. So 3,420.
Were you on track to make that money?
Yeah, I mean, I could easily finish this shit within fucking 3 weeks.
Exactly.
So
cool.
2 weeks into driving, I came up to 147 trips, but unfortunately I got the call, hop on the plane, that is in, you know, induced coma, you have to come home now. So I couldn't freaking think about, I'm going to continue driving. I had to hop on the plane, no hesitation whatsoever. And so I'm like, hey, can't wait when I get back. I'm continuing my grind. I will be back in 2 weeks. I have 5 days left. I'm like, I'm fucking in Germany and Poland getting on my fucking app. Like, dude, I only have to make like 28 trips a day for fucking 5 days, and I get my 34.20 guaranteed. So I'm like, I'm all good. And so I'm coming back. So I flew to Europe, 2 weeks, coming back. And I'm coming back, and they're like, your account is blocked. And I'm like, wait, what? What do you mean my account is blocked?
Triangle blocked something, right?
Yes. And I'm like,
how did you feel then?
I was like, probably wrong person. Like, this is not me. What did I do, right?
Yeah.
Knowing that I was just literally working for them for 2 weeks, loving my job. I'm like, nobody could ever complain about me because all my writers love me.
Yeah.
So back of my head, I'm like, what the fuck has happened for them to block me?
Exactly.
So, you know, of course, immediately I'm like, let me, you know, text the support, call the support, spoke to a guy who probably fucking didn't know what the hell is going on. He said, hey, your account will be unblocked within 3 to 4 hours. So I'm like, okay, because I'm about to like hop on the freaking first on my road, my first fucking get back on it. Exactly. So 6 a.m. I wanted to get back on the road. And then so I wake up, my alarm goes off, I'm looking at my phone, still fucking blocked. I was like, okay, something's really fucking wrong. I'm not letting this shit fly by. I'm calling them, texting them, like whatever I can fucking do in this moment. And I'm like, wait a minute, what are my rights as a driver for Uber?
Right.
Like, what are my rights in this situation? And so I found out 2 days after that apparently I committed a fraud.
Okay,
that's
what they accused you of, fraud.
Wait, this is a fucking big fucking title in the name you call me.
F-R-A-U-D, fraud. You committed fraud.
You cannot, I mean, I swear to God. I'm like, dude, I'm a legal citizen. I pay my taxes on time. You fucking tell me I did something wrong. Prove to me I fucking did something wrong.
Yeah.
You don't give me explanation. You fucking fucked up. Something's wrong on your end.
Exactly.
Because that's not my fault that some person somewhere in a third world country that barely gets paid. And they, unfortunately, I mean, it's sad to say this, these people have really no education whatsoever. You talk to people that have no idea what they're doing. They sit the little computer with the little, 150 people around them and keep typing the same emails. Or when you call them, you can hear the accent and clearly not speaking full English. But I'm not discriminating or whatever. Of course, would never do that. But I'm just saying, like, those people really don't know what they're doing.
They have no clue what's going on.
They have no clue. You just get hired to fucking, hey, we give you $40 an hour. And they're happy because in the country, they're probably, it was 50 cents an hour to work.
Right.
So they would take the job. But that's so I'm like, dude, what the fuck is going on? You guys not only offended me right now, trying to accuse me of something I haven't done. Great example. A cop will come up to you, put the handcuffs on your heads. You're being arrested. Excuse me, officer, what I'm being arrested for? Right. I'm not going to tell you we still going to jail. Great example. Like, you have no clue. Like, officer, why did you arrest me? Why you arrest me for? So I'm just like, you can't do this shit to me. Mm-hmm. I'm like, I'm not going to let this shit fly by. Happens to the best of us, and you fuck with the wrong person. So I
want to stop her right there. You fucked with the wrong person, right? Same DNA, my friends. I've known her. This one has boxing gloves on all the time. She can go 15, 20 rounds in the ring. She has so much energy. Like, you don't want to mess around with JoJo because she will go after you, right?
That's it.
So I knew this is great. We got to make a video. I have to hear the story. Sorry, carry on.
And so the nightmare continued. I mean, I say, you know what? It's fucking weekend. I know that the Uber technology hub is not open. So I say, you know what? I'm going to make my trip to the same location when I went for my car inspection, right?
Okay.
So I went to the place in a Filipino town with the very friendly and professional people sitting there and trying to welcome me, of course, because they're so fucking nice. They're just sitting there waiting like, how can I help you, right? Whatever the fuck they get paid in an hour. Bunch of assholes that are clearly, I'm like, what is your job? You're not literally helping me with nothing. Like, nothing. So I basically trying to explain to them a little bit about what's happening, right? And I'm like, I would like to speak to a manager or supervisor who actually can understand the case. And I'm like, I'm literally being blocked from not making and earning money because of your mistake. So I went off and he literally just gave me this piece of paper with exact the same number to supervisors that I can literally just click on my fucking app and just call Uber support.
But let's go. When you created this account, she's a brand, by the way, a newbie, brand new driver, 2 weeks in. So you uploaded what? You had a legitimate driver's license.
Yes, driver's license.
Your photo.
What's it called?
ID.
ID, and then they ask you for the inspection, your car registration, and your car insurance.
So what did they say? What did you do fraudulently? Would they tell you?
They never give me an explanation and a reason of why. And I had to Google and actually look up myself. I'm like, wait a minute. If you're fucking trying to block me from this shit, you got to give me at least so usually they will send an email or a message. In this case, nothing was ever sent to me. But this is the reason why I was thinking, and I was telling you what we share with each other.
Yeah.
Once I was in Europe and I log into my account,
okay,
which is so fucking bizarre because you're allowed to do this shit whenever,
of course, you can log in
wherever. Anyway. They thought that I'm trying to scam or commit a fraud or somebody stole my phone or whatever the fuck because I'm in a different country. And I would just basically look at my statistic trying to figure out, wait a minute, okay, I need this and this many more trips and I need to divide it by 5 days. So I'm like, you're allowed to do this shit wherever you are. I don't give a fuck if I go to Nigeria, Poland. I don't give me any fucking country in the world.
You can, I mean, so you think that's why you think because you logged in, let's say from Germany or wherever it was, they
triggered them basically to block my account So when they said fraud, FRAUD, when they say fraud, at first they said some of my documentation are fraudulent. I'm like, wait, what? I'm like, you're fucking asking me for 3 things. My driver's license. Yeah, fake my fucking driver's license. My car insurance. Of course, I have a fake car insurance and my fucking registration.
Right.
I mean, how the fuck is that even possible that I give you anything fake in this case? So obviously, I was pissed off again. So I was almost escorted from the fucking hub. Nobody helped me out. So tell me what
happened because I've been escorted from the hub 3 times by security. Yeah. Was it similar?
It was kind of similar to your experience. Basically, I was too loud. And I was supposed to calm down or not speak at all, I guess, because that's as my rights as an Uber driver. I'm supposed to sit quiet and be patient till they unblock my account.
Right. And by the way, there's so many of you that have been to a hub. You know what she's talking about. I know what she's talking about. You go in there And just a recap for anyone that hasn't been to a hub, a lot of angry people go there because a lot of shit needs to be resolved and it doesn't get resolved. So you get even more pissed, right?
Yep. I was heated.
Yeah, if your voice raises above a certain decibel, they send the troops, they have a little security team, and they escort you out. And I told you the story, and this is her story, but I got to tell you mine briefly in 5 seconds. I had 5 guys around me. The guy grabs my shoulder, and I said, listen, the one thing I advise all 5 of you is not to touch me, because one by one, you're going to be lying on that floor right over there. You know, I'll knock every single one of you.
I wish I could say that.
Out. And they're like, whoa, what's this guy, right? And I said, I will leave on my own terms. And the people in the hub knew me as the rideshare professor, and they were like cheering me on. It was funnier. So security looked so dumb. But that's how they roll, right? They're just super aggressive. They're assholes. And sorry, you had to go through that.
Yeah, and then basically they want to fucking treat you like an asswipe. You walk inside, you're supposed to be quiet and waiting patiently for whatever the fuck you're about to hear. And they're still not doing their job. So I'm like my biggest thing in this whole case that I'm dealing with is the fact that it's a big fucking company that I'm working for, is billions of dollars.
Yes.
And shit fucking hits the fan and you don't even know who to turn to.
Yeah, 'cause
I'm speaking with the third world country people that barely knows what they're doing, typing whatever they're typing or being on the phone, not know what the fuck is going on. Yeah. I'm sorry, but a person from, I don't care where they are from, Vietnam, will not understand a person as a U.S. fucking citizen living in America dealing with this shit. They cannot relate. They will not understand. And so on top of that, what they're dealing with, like in the situations like that, they're literally forced to obviously take Uber side because that's who they're working for. Right. So they will try to cover that in no matter what situation you're dealing with.
And what's interesting is the time always changes. So we'll look at it. It'll take 3 days. Yes. It'll take 5 days. It
started from 10 to 5 to 7 business days to 1 to 2 to back to 5. I'm like, what the fuck is it then? Make up your fucking mind, because I have no time. Like, thank you for your patience. The fuck you mean for my patient? But I'm losing money, not making money because you fucking tell me stay patient.
Yeah. And I mean, you were making money. She was getting getting great tips. And some people say you can't make tips on Uber. You can make a lot of tips if you have the right attitude and you're good to people, right? You make good tips, right?
Of course. I mean, like my first fucking week, I made over $180 in tips.
Awesome.
First week. There we go. So just use your personality, ladies and gentlemen. That's it.
Now, here's a big question. So as you're in this thing and you quickly figured out, like, there's really no one to talk to. No one's listening. Nobody knows what the other arsewipe is doing, right?
Yes.
It's a big sort of like confusion. But I think what upset you the most when we originally spoke and I said, listen, we got to make a video, is that you were extremely upset about the fact that they put this label of fraud. You are fraudulent, right?
Yes.
And where I come from, more from the legal world, to make that type of accusation against a guy or a lady, doesn't matter who you are, right? I say, Jojo, you're a fraud. Yeah. And if I would do that in the public place, that would be slandering or defaming her character. And then, she has multiple reasons to come after me because I actually, up to that point, haven't proven why she has acted fraudulently, and that's the big mistake. And Dara Khosrowshahi, Logan Green, John Zimmer, Tony Zhu, all the CEOs, I hope you're listening in, right? You can't just go and label a lady like this as a fraud, right? You have to give them the reasons. We deactivated you for these reasons, right? Now, the go-to line, if you heard this one, specialized team, or we'll have a special review team look at your case, ain't happening. There's no. Yeah. What they want to do is get rid of you. Most of the people, by the way, Jojo, they quietly leave. They don't really know what to do. There's no review panel. There's nothing. They quickly figure out, God, I don't want to go to the hub again. I don't want to call this 800 number again because I've wasted so much damn time, right? So you then, how did you proceed, like, after that hub when you left? Like, were you frustrated or what?
I mean, I was crying. I'm not going to lie, because I'm facing a very, crazy life situations with my father, dying in Europe. So I literally, I'm like, dude, like my emotions kicked in because I'm like, nobody's listening to me. Nobody's trying to help me out. People literally fucking make fun of the fact that I'm like, stay patient. I'm like, dude, I have no fucking time. Like, you're not paying me for me to sit here and wait till you unblock my account.
Right.
So I hop on the another call with another supervisor, and it ended up with another hour on this call, and I'm like crying at the parking lot for the fucking Uber hub.
I'm sorry.
And then there's like older people like in their cars like, what the fuck is going on with this lady? And I'm going off on this person. But it's like, hey, you know what? Yeah. I was heated. So they promised me that they're gonna put it in expedited, and they're gonna put expedite, right? Whatever the fuck that is supposed to mean in their language. So and they said that for my inconvenience, they're gonna send me $25.
$25, ladies and gentlemen.
They did. I have approved.
They offered you $25.
They literally sent me $25.
Oh my God. So, hey, we have a little $25 gift for you here. Sorry about the pain and suffering. And hopefully
I can make this shit up, you guys. I mean, I can make this shit up.
There it is. So what I would have done with the $25, right? This is just me, right? Because it's just the sick humor that I sometimes have. I would have said, listen, you're offering me $20. That's one $20 note and one $5 note. Okay? You can do 3 things with these 2 notes, right? You can roll it, you can make a joint. You can go out there, you can buy yourself a burrito, or you can take 2 notes and stick them sideways up your arsehole, right? $25 is what you offering me. It's an insult, right?
It's an insult. It's an insult. I feel I'm still being offended because I still have the title of a fraud, a fucking fraud.
Like, fraud.
Went to Europe, unfortunately because of, the situation with my father. And I'm like, dude, I mean, I can make this shit up. 2 weeks into driving, and I'm dealing with this. I'm like, if you'd have asked me 2 days before I go back into the country, do you love Uber? I'm like, dude, this is the best company ever. I love this. And then I'm like, what the fuck just happened?
Right.
And so I'm like, you know what? At this point, I'm like, I'm just reaching out to people. I'm like, hey, like, do you know what I can do in this case? Because I don't know, what am I doing? Like, I already fucking run out of all the people that I thought I could, like, reach out to. And I'm like, wait a fucking minute. Let me talk to Tostin, because I think he's an Uber expert.
Yeah, exactly. Call the Uber expert.
And I'm like, I literally sent him a message. I want to sue Uber. What do I do? And he was like, that's a hard one.
It's a hard one.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, okay, where's she coming from? Was she a rider or a passenger and then got stiffed over? And she goes, no, Torsten, I signed up. I became a driver. I was on the platform for 2 weeks. And then this happened. She told me the story. And I said, here, okay, let's slow down. Firstly, did you opt out of their arbitration when you joined? And you joined what? Like you joined like two, not even 3 weeks ago. Right?
Yeah, so basically, I drove Uber once in the past, but we can't even include that because that was like 2015 or 16. I tried for 2 weeks and that's it. But my account was never touched since. So they basically almost right now treat me as a new driver. So like everything that I'm doing, they're like, you haven't driven in 7+ years. So it's like nothing that I have done in the past has to do with anything right now, which is why I go to proof for the 34 or 20, whatever, right? Yeah. So whatever I had to sign, whatever I had to do, whatever they asked me to do as a new driver, I did it. I did all the legal things they ask you to do as a new driver. And I don't think they literally consider as a new driver if you don't drive for more than, I don't know, 5 years.
So she opted out, right?
I opted
so she
out.
doesn't have to go through arbitration. And now, by the way, if they're watching this, now she has a civil case. Right. So, so and you can't just go out there and label a person being a fraud because some people will take action. And JoJo is the type of person that has both gloves on and she's going to take action. Right. Yeah. So we're going to send the appeal letter out today. She's already written up her statement. She's a friend. I'm not charging for her. People that facing deactivations can go to Gig Rocket. Right. Got to give that a quick plug. But the letter arrives and then they understand, hey, you're a newbie. You opted out of arbitration. You didn't tell the lady why you deactivated. You deemed her a fraud. So here's 2 choices. You've got 7 days to put her back on the platform, which I think they will do if they're smart. If not, she's already spoken. She's already spoken to several attorneys and she's already got commitments. So you're going to rock and roll if they don't rock and roll. I know.
I mean, I also, what I want to add to it, like I went from 4.88 star within 2 weeks to 4.95. I mean, they realize it probably like, dude, I'm killing the fucking game. Yeah. This chick is getting fucking tips. So like they look at all my earnings. Yeah. They see what I'm doing. Exactly. They said every person is leaving my car is like 5 stars, 5 stars, 5 stars. I wouldn't go 7 freaking points and whatever is considered at the ratings, whatever, so fast. So then literally, like, I would be a fucking 5-star driver within another week
And the
or
people
so.
that got in this Mercedes, because it's all pimped out, and I mean, you should see this thing on the
At
outside.
nighttime, it's literally like fucking a spaceship.
It's like a nightclub. It's like a spaceship, right? And so they're getting like VIP treatment. They're getting personality.
Yeah.
They're getting everything.
They literally are just like, dude, I thought I ordered a regular Uber. I'm like, it is a regular Uber because it's just CLA 250. When I got to the what's it called, to the hub. When I was doing the car inspection, obviously there was no sign for it, so I went to the wrong place because I'm sorry, Uber's so fucking organized. And so, and I was asking, hey, would I we consider it for the Premier, for like the higher class of a car?
Right.
And because everybody says, dude, you're gonna get paid more because you have a nice car. That's what I thought. And they're like, oh, it's just CLA 250. Really? I'm like, dude, it was a $47,000 car that I bought straight from dealership in Calabasas in 2016. It has been through a few little collisions here and there, but it's fixed up. Everything looks like a brand new car. So people are just like so surprised, because especially at nighttime, this car turns to like a spaceship. I can turn to every color of the rainbow for this, everything. The whole car just get lit. And so people just love it.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, so people just love it, and people just basically are, you know, like, why am I driving a regular Uber with this car? It makes no sense to so many. So,
but I mean, you know, like we spoke about it. She has, you know, everything that it takes to become a limo driver, and you know, she's going to go out and get the licensing and start heading in that direction, because, you know, here's the thing. This is what I tell people: no matter how good you are, right, and how professional, suddenly out of the blue, you hit with this false or wrongful deactivation, right? So you got to have plan B, plan C ready, right?
Yeah.
So, you know, you and you know what's amazing? You uploaded all that same documentation, everything onto Lyft.
Yes.
Approved.
I got approved within 48 hours.
According to Lyft, you're not fraudulent. You're not a fraud.
I'm not.
Right. So Uber, you have some explaining to do, right? Just FYI, because there are some letters coming in the mail. There's already emails sent today. We would truly want to know where she committed fraud. Now, perhaps they deactivated her because she tried to log in from overseas, right? Guess what? She has a flight to prove that she went to visit her sick father. We'll show that, right? But the sad thing is they didn't even make an effort to say, okay, tell us your story. So how did you log in overseas? Do you have any proof? Yes, I have an airline ticket, right? So that's the problem with Uber. There's no review team, right? It's automatically, oh, this is what it is, and we're assuming now that that's why they deactivated her.
It's 110% in this case.
Right. So, you know, and unfortunately, sadly, it's up to you, the driver, to jump over all these hurdles and prove that you are not a fraud, and that you complied and you did it correctly.
And you was false accused of, you know.
But you're up against a machine of a lot of people, like, they're not educated in this department. They're not boots on the ground. They have no understanding of the US market, and they don't understand the language. There's so much miscommunication, and it just becomes like an escalation of fucking going nowhere. Yeah. Right?
Yeah.
That's the problem. And, you know, and we're still waiting today for these companies to implement some better customer service, because these robots, or these bots as they call them, or these hubs, these friendly hubs, these nice security guards.
Friendly.
They don't work. And it's the same. You can go and you can put in Google any Uber hub, you will see they always have ratings of like 1.5 out of 5 stars.
It's just so sad, because you're actually treated like a criminal for actually doing a job that they get paid 40% off. If you really think about it, they're fucking making money off of us. So if I don't get on the road, you also not gonna make money, Uber. Right. So I'm helping you and whoever the fuck is in Uber to also pay their employees, whoever they having.
And the sad thing is, you know, you got for 2 weeks, you got like best of the best driver, best car. You can see the reviews, you can see the tips that are coming in, and your AI, even if your artificial intelligence analyzes that driver, you've got the best long-term driver.
Yep.
Why do you then get rid of them and then have to spend the money recruiting another driver? It's like, it makes no sense, right? They're blowing, by the way, so much cash on recruiting new drivers because they don't have a system in place to keep good drivers. You know what makes sense?
Yeah.
right?
But again, you're being punished for doing absolutely nothing. And then I want to be the voice for other people. Like, if I can do something and share my own experience, which is horrible, after 2 weeks loving the job, to fucking be put through all this. This is not only like, I mean, this is like mental stress for me, because I'm already dealing with so much on my personal stuff with my father and everything. So I'm like, you guys are not only put a title to my name that is wrong, and is absolutely, like, again, is a false accusation. You're basically trying to take me away from making money that, you know, I'm so really down to make.
Yeah.
So it's just fucked up what you're doing. And again, Uber, you're too big of a company to not have an actual legal office in any fucking state that we live in. Wherever Uber operates should have an office that anyone that has a problem should go to with any problem we have. We shouldn't be calling 800 numbers. We shouldn't go to a hub that's going to tell you, do you need a sticker for your new car? Okay, here's the sticker. Yeah. What the fuck are you doing at the hub? I still don't know what the fuck you're doing. I don't know these people at the hub are hire Uber expert.
Yeah.
What is their title? What are they supposed to do? And I mean, as soon as you approach their fucking desk, they're already sitting there like really like a stinky fucking attitude, hate their freaking job, because all they do with is complaints after complaints.
That's the thing.
All day.
I mean, it's the shittiest job under the sun. From the moment the doors open at a hub till the evening, you have 99% of aggro people that are there for a reason, because your system's not functioning, right?
Yeah.
And then they're getting dumped on all this toxicity, this anger, this frustration. It must be the shittiest job in the world working for...
No, it's DMV. It's even worse.
DMV, I'd rather work at the DMV.
No, I prefer to work DMV, but these people are always nasty too. You know what I'm talking about.
Some of them are really nasty, but like I don't think you can get more nasty than a hub.
No. Uber, you're right though. Uber and gas literally complaint after complaint, because people get so fed up that our voice are unheard. Yeah. Like you basically laughed, like you're trying to like explain to them what's happening. It's almost like might as well talk to a robot. It's literally like not even a human.
And folks, every single one of you, go drop this on Twitter, go drop this on Facebook, put it out there, right? Because what we're really trying to achieve with this video is show the companies you have nothing in place to fix the problem. You have nothing. Literally. You are, and the message that we're going to send through this video to the legal department, right? You are opening yourself up to lawsuit after lawsuit after lawsuit after, which adds up to a lot of money, by the way. And this is directed at Tony West, the chief legal officer, and your little minions at 1515 3rd Street in San Francisco, California, zip code 94158. Right, you know, there's little minions there, legal minions and paralegal minions. Guys, like, if you want a lot of complaints, if you want a lot of anger, if you want a lot of letters coming your way, keep on doing what you are doing, because it's not working, right? So what the video is supposed to achieve is, again, you know, send a strong message to newbies, because she's brand new. She will, because I'm going to get her back on the platform. You know, it's going to get too costly for them. She will be back on, and she's going to be a fantastic asset. The sad thing is that she may or may not. We're going to force them to pay you that difference. I mean, that $3,400.
Oh,
they screwed that up, right?
So basically, when I actually spoke to one of the supervisor, and of course, when supervisor, that's what they call themselves. Give a couple
of, like, you see these names, so give like a couple, every now and again, just give them a shout out, right?
Oh, yes,
so there's
Cindy.
We had Lewis, we had Cindy in the house. I always say there's Cindy in the house. There's
Cindy in the house. Shout out to Cindy.
Exactly.
Thanks for commenting.
Who else wants a shout out from JoJo? She's ready to brawl. She's on our side.
Yes, I'm on your side, 110%.
Right.
But so basically, I asked regarding the guarantee amount, the $3,400, $3,420 to be exact.
Yeah.
I'm like, what's gonna happen to this since you blocked me and not allow me to continue my work?
Exactly.
And what I was told, this is a fixed price. The guarantee is a fixed thing. So basically, it's really automated from the time when they give it to you till, let's say that was February 9th till March 9th. So they cannot do anything about it.
So they don't even take into consideration that they fucked up, right? And then they're like, oh, we'll give you a courtesy week to make it up. No, it's fixed.
No, that's it. It's fixed. So this fraud cannot fucking get her $3,400.
We will get it.
Well, yeah.
Right. So
we're still gonna get it.
You don't want to pay the 34?
Yeah.
We will show.
Thank you, Louis. Yeah, I'm going to get that 34, whatever.
We're going to get the 34, right?
Yeah.
And Dara, if you want to, there's a great boxing ring down at the Wildcard in Hollywood. If you want to meet her, she'll fucking knock you out. she will knock your ass out because she wants her $3,400, what
Yes.
she worked for, and she wants an apology. Right? I mean, I would want an apology if somebody called me a fraud.
I
Right?
literally said this shit to them. Like, I literally need an apology from Uber.
Yeah.
You putting me through so much shit for no fucking reason, and you put a title on me. You fuck with the wrong person. I'm not gonna let this shit
You
fly
fuck-
by.
Uber, let me tell you, I know this girl for 8 years. You actually did fuck with the wrong person.
Yeah.
Right? Because she's listen, Jojo stands up for herself, as you should as well, right? They don't just take like some brand that they impose on you or some wrongful deactivation, you know. And by the way, what I was telling you, a lot of the drivers, you brand new, but a lot of the drivers get falsely accused that they sexually harassed someone, that the car smelled like marijuana, there was an open whiskey bottle, erratic driving, and they always take the side of the rider, the passenger, right? And then it's up to you, the driver, to jump through all of those hoops. I'm just going to get a little bit of oxygen in here.
I know it's getting hot.
It's getting hot in here. So listen, moral of the story. What message do you want to leave drivers with, like after this? And you, for example, newbies and veterans, right? Because I think everyone could learn here, right?
Yeah.
Even newbies and everyone can learn. What's like the sort of like the final, and we covered everything. I think we covered the story fairly well, right?
Yeah, we cover everything that we wanted to discuss. I'd say this, you guys, if something like this happened to you, and it's very possible it might happen to any one of you guys, even if you're newbie or someone who's been driving for a while, fucking go after them. Just because you're big doesn't mean that you cannot fight for your rights. And again, you know what? Those big guys still have to fucking get their ass kicked at the end of the day, no matter what. Because you cannot come here, allow somebody to work, give the opportunity to someone, and then steal it within fucking over, I don't know, 1 second decision over somebody in a third world country, and then put you through all this shit for no fucking reason to tell me at the end of the day, it's almost like, hey, just sit here and be an ass wipe and wait patiently. Who the fuck are you to tell me this shit?
Right.
First of all, I'm not going to sit down and wait patiently when I can earn my money that I can't fucking earn because somebody made a mistake, not me, but Uber did. And second of all, again, don't put a title on people. Who are you? So I want people to fucking go after them and don't be afraid. Because like I know, that's what I thought. I'm like, shit, I cannot go after Uber. Guess what fucking what? I'm going to go after Uber.
Yeah.
And they better be fucking afraid because I'm like, I'm not going to let this shit fly by again.
Exactly.
So,
And then I think also like my message in this video, I mean, I've covered so many deactivation videos. My video again would be to the executives, to the investors, and the people that run the show, right? You use this video as a learning opportunity, right? Learn actually how to communicate. There's one thing they don't understand is listening and communicating, right? They just don't have that skill set, right?
Yes.
And then you will avoid these type of videos, this type of anger, right? And you'll be able to keep good drivers, because guess what? And this goes to Tony West, to Nelson Chai, to Andrew McDonald, to all of those execs that get $15 to $40 million a year, right? It's us with our wheelbarrows that go out every day, collect the cash, bring it back to San Francisco so that you can get paid, right? Why on earth would you take her wheelbarrow away? Because you need that cash, right? And dear investor, right? You put the money into this company, into this multi-billion-dollar organization, right? And I would suggest you do some spring cleaning. And spring cleaning means, thank you, that used to be your office or your desk. Adios, right? Let's get some competent people in, competent customer support. How about we bring customer support to the United States? Right? And as she said, have your little mini centers in every city where you get you have training, like you train these people up to genuinely care about drivers, to understand, you hire people that understand communication, and you will eliminate 95% of your headaches. And by the way, you'll make way more money, right? Because you enjoyed it. You had a good time.
I loved it. I fucking loved it, dude. Like, I can't wait to be deactivated. I'll be like,
we can activate
I'm like, so I can fucking get back on the road. Like, they're awesome, but again, they fucked up. And I want my apology. I want my money. And I want my account to be back on track.
I love it. I want my apology. Definitely want my money.
That's the most important way. I want my money, then my apology.
And then I want to get back on the platform. Much love from Cali. It's a beautiful day. It's supposed to be raining. You met Jojo, good friend of mine. She has sent me so many freaking private clients, like heavy hitters. And I've always, I mean, your guys after I drive them, right? I treat them, I give them the same VI treatment.
You're
VIP
amazing.
treatment
You're
that
amazing.
that she gives every single Uber rider that gets in her car. It's in the attitude. It's who you are. It's how you care about people.
Yes.
How you respect people, no matter what color they are. You give them your very best.
There's no better person that I know in LA who has his own license and has his own cars that treat everybody with respect. That is literally top of the top, because there's nobody better than Tostin that help me with like my freaking VIP clients. Like people ask like, hey, I need a personal driver, and I said, don't even look any further. I have a guy for you here. It's like, first of all, I will ask him, because I know how busy he gets with his personal clients, with his private clients. Do you have time to pick this person at this time? I know the guy always come out, dressed to impress, have his car always clean, smell good, like.
Yep.
Austin is literally the face of the best like limo services ever. Personal chauffeur. No, seriously, like that's the reason why we know each other for 8 years. 8 years of friendship, never ending story, because we always gonna support each other.
Always.
And
She's
then
always sending me
I'm
the
so glad
clients.
I reached out. I couldn't talk to anybody about my problem. Like, wait a fucking minute.
Yeah.
Isn't he doing Uber expert stuff that help people with their issues? And who would have thought that I'll be dealing with the same fucking situation that so many people are dealing with after only a few weeks of driving?
We got the opt-out letters already out. We sent them email, certified mail. They're already out. So Uber, get ready, open up the envelopes, read it. And then the other thing we're also doing is we're getting out the appeal. And in the appeal, it says if you do not cooperate, she's the type of person who will come after you and will get paid. Remember, we want that $3,400, Dara, plus the lost earnings of those 2 weeks. Plus, we need an apology. We're not necessarily going to get it from Dara, but we need an apology. So let's give a couple of people a shout out. Lewis, thank you, my friend. Who else is there? Let's give you a shout out. Just say where you're from, your name and where you're from, what part of the United States, overseas. We've also got a lot of overseas subscribers, friends and fans. We got Scott Tucker in the house.
What's up, Scott?
We got Seth in the house from San
Diego. What's up? California in the building. Hey.
Yeah, South, deep South. Let's see who else. We've got 93 people. And by the way, hey, if you liked the video, I thought it was fun. Rideshare Trickster in the house.
Hey, what's up, Greg?
Greg, Arizona in the house. SA from Maryland. New York City in the house.
Hey.
Hey, hit the like button, ladies and gentlemen.
Missouri, Arizona.
If you love her energy and her fighting spirit, hit the like button. It looks like this. See, that goes up 34 likes.
Yes.
Anybody else like her fighting spirit?
Thank you, guys.
Awesome. 35. There we
Corey, Brendan, Rideshare
Long
Trickster.
Island, New York in the house.
What's up?
Alan's in the
Long
house.
Island.
Hawaii. We coming Hawaii.
Hey,
What weather do you have?
aloha, mahalo.
Aloha, mahalo. Cindy Sherman, Texas in the house. Lone Star
What's
State.
up?
Johannes, Dallas, Texas. Love it.
Love it.
40 already. We've got 40 likes. Pump
Thank
those
you,
likes.
guys.
Pump up the jam. Pump
That's
it up.
it.
All right, my friends. Much love from Cali. Thank you. And Uber.
Thank you.
We're excited to work with you, Uber. Let's get her back on track.
Thank
Take
you.
care, everyone. Be safe out there.
Bye,
Thank you.
guys. Thanks for listening.